The hardest part of being a nurse that I feel like is not really talked about is the psychological trauma and the psychological aspect of this profession, especially when you have to deal with the death of a patient or of the patient that you've grown attached to one way or the other, and having to eventually find out that this patient is gone or you lost this patient can be very, very traumatizing.
I remember attending for a patient. She said she wanted me to clean her hair, and I respectfully did that. And but she was quite being rude, requesting for that. Even as at when I was trying to clean the hair, then I told her with a very calm tone that I didn't like the tone she had used while she was requesting me to clean her hair. And she was like, "Is it not your work?"
Does this patient, she had been on oxygen power before now, and then when we now came to replace the oxygen, she said no, she doesn't want the oxygen again, that she's allergic. She feels she's getting allergic.
What? To someone is allergic to oxygen. Now she's allergic to breathing. Hello everyone, welcome to Health Conversation with Dukes.
We are reminded that nurses are not just caregivers, we are the heart of healthcare, giving hope, shaping lives, and we do that every single day.
And so today is not just about celebrating every nurse out there. It's most importantly about recognizing who they are. We'll be answering honest questions, and we'll be sharing honest experiences, challenges, opinions, lessons, memorable moments, as well as rewarding realities about our nursing life.
I'm Nurse Peculiar, and I'm here with
Nurse Greatness.
I'm Nurse Oge. I chose nursing because I like to care for people, and I see that nursing gives me that opportunity to bring that compassion, bring that critical thinking, bring that clinical skill into a larger space where I can care for people and then see that they get better and still, have a perfect life out there.
Nursing is also a profession that would help me grow professionally while I continue to help people and also be with them at the lowest moments and make them better fit or probably bring them back to their independent space.
Well, I didn't choose nursing because of the vibe, neither do I choose nursing because of the title. But I think most importantly, I chose it because of the empathetical aspect of nursing. It gives you an avenue to be with the patient in their last days. I mean, to be with someone in their last days, just giving them the last hope. Even it might be as thin as any other thing, but you're just showing up for them. You're just caring for them. Even when all hope is lost, you know that this person is he has a slim chance, or she has a slim chance of making it, but you're still coming through. You're still showing up for them. It gives an avenue for that. And I think that's one of the reasons why I chose nursing, because I want to be there even when all hope is lost. I'm still here encouraging you, showing up for you. The hardest part of being a nurse that I feel like is not really talked about is the psychological trauma and the psychological aspect of this profession, especially when you have to deal with the death of a patient or of the patient that you've grown attached to one way or the other. It could be a lot. I mean, you've given your whole to this patient, you've cared so much for this patient, even when you knew that, it's just there, but you are still caring for this patient, and having to eventually find out that, this patient is gone or you lost this patient can be very, very traumatizing and can be very downcasting. I think that's another thing that is very hard about the profession, as well as the customer service aspect of nursing. I think this part is not really talked about because you're not just studying nursing as a course. It's not just about anatomy, med-surg, pharmacology, and every other thing. This customer service is about coming through for patients, their relatives, and everything that has to do with patients. So even while it's exhausting, even while the profession is a whole lot, is overwhelming, you still need to be there. You still need to pick your words rightly. You need to know what to say and what not to say to your patients. It's actually a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, apart from the physical stress, is the fact that we have to take the pain of the patients home And I think it's never really talked about enough because you're caring for a patient going through something very traumatic, and you're a human before you're a nurse actually. So you take the pain of the patient home, and you're there at the middle of the night. You're just awake thinking about how this patient is feeling, and the pain is just there on you, and it's leaving you with some emotional distress. And people don't really talk about it enough because it drains you emotionally actually, and it's actually very sad.
I also think the hardest part is more like a myriad of, effects. It's not just one effect. So, but the one I like to just mention is the invisible pressure that comes with nursing. You're there to catch mistakes before they happen, and then you have to deal with patient relatives very professionally, even when you're not in the right state of mind. And the fact that from one patient to another is so individualized that I have to smile so much for this patient to get them to do one thing, and when I come to the next patient I have to be stern and make them do that. So this switch up of emotions and all of that, it can be very hard, and have an effect on your mental status.
It's never really talked about
At all,
enough.
at all, at all.
I wish I knew nursing was demanding, physically,
Yeah,
emotionally
yeah,
demanding.
right.
um I thought it was just all for the vibes, you be a nurse, you travel out, this and that. I didn't see those parts. I didn't see the emotional pressure, the trauma it leaves on you, um, the pain, the stress, and you're there. Sometimes you even end up with some psychological effects, and you're having insomnia and all that. So it's quite demanding. I wish I knew it was this physically and emotionally demanding. Though even as at that, I'm still proud to be a nurse. So, but I wish I knew it was physically and emotionally demanding, though.
Some one thing I wish I knew before coming to nursing is the fact that in nursing, life dawns on you. Like there's a reality check in nursing. So even like my colleague earlier said, even when you're going through a lot, you still need to like show up and wear this mask of everything is fine. So you're going through your own shit as a nurse, your personal life and everything, but then you still need to wear a smile to your patient and say, have you taken your medications? How are you feeling today? And every other thing. I mean, you just need to like wear that. I can remember there was a particular time that I was not feeling fine and I was still tending to my patients, and immediately after my shift I got admitted in that same hospital.
Wow.
Yeah.
So even when
Done that a lot.
you are not all good yourself, you still need to like show up and be there
Yes.
and still wear that smile to your patient and be like, don't worry, you're gonna be fine, just stay strong and all. Yeah, so this is something I wish I knew, and I feel like there would be this more readiness to, okay, this is what I'm getting into. I already know what I'm getting into before going for it. But then above all, I'm actually really grateful for the profession because it has helped me a lot. It has increased my threshold. It has really increased my threshold, and it has made me see life beyond what I used to see life. Yeah, imagine it's a whole lot, but I mean, it's all good. It's all good.
I think I wish I knew that this level of resilience is required in nursing. The fact that there's this emotional grit, there's this, endurance, there's this perseverance. We have to get this done right. You have to see that this patient is getting better. I don't think I was prepared enough for it because I was like, okay, just nursing. We're here for the rise. Oh no, it's real work. We are in here for real work.
Oh, I remember tending for a patient. She said she wanted me to clean her ear, and I respectfully did that. And but she was quite being rude, requesting for that. Even as at when I was trying to clean the ear, then I told her with a very calm tone that I didn't like the tone she had used while she was requesting me to clean her ear. Then she was like, "Is it not your work?" Yeah, so I like, oh, okay. I just reported to my head nurse, and I allowed another nurse tend to her because I knew at that point, I know I'm not supposed to have given up on that patient. I did not give up on her, but it was really shocking. Like, I just wanted to clean your ear out of the goodness in me. Then you're telling me, is it not my work?
Wow.
Yeah, it was very shocking to me.
I think there's this patient, she
she had been on oxygen power before now, and then when we now came to replace the oxygen, she said no, she doesn't want the oxygen again, that she's allergic. She feels she's getting allergic to the
What?
oxygen. We shouldn't be someone who's allergic to oxygen. That she's allergic to breathing.
Wow.
You know, right?
So this thing exactly happened to me was my colleague. So the patient was having a headache, and the patient has been attended to. I mean, we've given PCM to the patient already to subside the headache, and the relative was like, "Oh, that she feels like the thing that is causing the headache is actually the air. That he probably needs to get his hair cut." And she was like, "Okay." I mean, my colleague was trying to ask about, okay, how do we get a barber to come in to barb the hair and all, and she just gave her the look like, "What are you here for?" You do it, of course. I mean, she asked to barb the hair, and I'm like,
Oh, we thought
really?
to barb her
You-
now?
Like, she needs to barb the hair for the patient.
understand us being
I mean,
an
that was
engineer.
really shocking. That was really shocking.
No, we have to be barbers.
Oh, wow. I mean, for the Belated Nurse.
To be added to my resume.
Okay, it didn't happen in the hospital setting anyway. It happened when I was in a bus and I just saw this scene. So there's this guy on a bicycle,
And then he just quickly jumped onto the road, onto the express room. And then while he was at it, there was an oncoming vehicle with a very great speed. And I don't know, he was very fast. He just jumped out of the bike and, was able to miss that accident. And then the vehicle squeezed the bike, and so it was really very unrecognizable. And he just stood by the roadside. I'm like, what? This could have been you in this situation. And I was like, wow. Really.
An emergency situation I would never forget. Mine also didn't happen in a hospital setting. It was just on the road. A driver, I think he fell. I don't know what happened to him, but he just fell and he started twitching and having seizures. So people were around. They were just trying to I was just passing by then. I saw him on the ground lying down and he was having this seizure twitching. Then I just had to go there. Okay, this is where my nursing profession comes in at this emergency state. All right. So I went there. I tilted his head to the left, then also unbuttoned his clothes, just trying to wait for him, for the whole thing to just go. It actually subsided and he got stabilized before he was able to get like a bit conscious of himself. Yeah. Then people around, they were like, we should pour him water, we should give him water. I'm like, no, don't give him water yet though. People should calm down. They were like, no, I was just trying to like calm the whole situation around, and I'm looking at myself, I'm the one in charge right here. So it was, I mean, I was able to save that man's life, because if I was not there, I think they would have given him water while he was having seizure and he would have aspirated. And it's one emergency situation that didn't happen in a hospital setting, and I think it will forever live with me. Yes, so that's it.
An emergency situation that I would really never forget. This one was actually in an hospital setting, in my hospital, and the patient had surgery, and I think the surgery was laminectomy. So the patient had laminectomy, and I mean, laminectomy is just, I mean, it's not really, and yes, that we know that, okay, after surgery, this person will be admitted to HDU, ICU. So, I mean, the patient was wheeled back to the ward after the surgery, and all of a sudden, the patient started developing hypotension, and the SpO2 started going down, and of course, we had to like rush the patient to the HDU to get stabilized. I mean, to the ICU to get stabilized and all. But all of this is going on. The patient developed cardiac arrest and everything. But I mean, thank God for the emergency response in my hospital. It's actually top notch. It's really amazing. So we're able to like do a lot of things for the patient, and the patient was actually able to like survive it at the moment. At the time, the patient came around and. I mean, although it was really, I mean, the moving up and down, the running up and down was a lot. Like, I mean, this was so, it was, but then, thank God, we were able to, like, come through, and everybody hands on deck, and we were able to, like, revive and resuscitate the patient with TPR and all.
Yeah, I can imagine the tension.
Right.
To be truthful, there's no balance, really. But then it's an intentional work. Some days your work life is more balanced, and some other days your personal life is more balanced. But at the end of the day, you are the priority. Make sure that you are balanced enough, because you cannot just feed somebody from an empty cup. If you're not full, you can't give. So while you're full, while you're taken care of, while you are balanced, you can be able to give the best care, the best health care, or the best emotional care to people around you.
Well, honestly, just like my colleague has rightfully said, there is no balance to this thing. You just have to integrate it. yet. You just have to integrate it. I mean, there are a lot of things that nursing will actually get you into, because most times as a nurse, if you're not preparing for a shift, you're going for a shift, coming back from a shift, resting from a shift, and all of those things, it has to be a shift, a shift, a shift. And our work life is very much different from every other person's work life, because we have a
Yes.
different work schedule, and when other people are sleeping, you're on your toes, you're on your feet
Yes.
working. Yeah, so we just need to, I feel like, we need to pay attention to preparing for what is to come, like personally, there are times I batch cook and do a lot of things just to store and not get overwhelmed with my daily activities and all. So it can be a lot, but we just have to find a way around it. There is no balance to these things, but we just need to ensure we come through for ourselves. And also we need to also remember that we have life outside nursing. So even though we are doing nursing as our major as a career, we have life outside nursing. We need to also live for what we want. I mean, live for people that are there for us, with people that, I mean, going for a shift all day, you need to come back home to put a call through, or come back home to people that are always looking out for you and be like, are you okay, are you fine, and all. So just looking out for oneself even amidst the ups and downs of the day.
Balancing nursing and personal life. I would say it's not 100% well in faith, but you just have to navigate through your priorities. And if if work is a priority at some point, probably if you're on duty, you just have to know that okay, you're giving your 100% to being at work, and you just want to be effective. And on your off days, you should know that oh, your priority on your off days should be yourself. And yes, you should take time to rest, but there's not like 100% balance to it, because you still have to even on your off day, sometimes you might just want to go out there or maybe spend time with your friends, but your body is telling you to go and sleep because of you're just coming back from a shift, and you're there trying to navigate through which one should I do. But at the end of the day, you just have to look out for yourself, because nobody will do that for you. And you navigate through your priorities. You just know when to unwind, know when to just let it out. And personally for me, I know when to do that, because in maybe next coming weeks I want to even probably just go for swimming classes, so just to like,
Right.
yes,
It
get
is very
myself,
much
oh yeah,
needed.
because I need it.
Very much
Yes,
needed.
so that's just a way of balancing your own nursing life and also your personal life. The rewarding part of nursing, I think to me, is the fulfillment that comes from a patient getting better, a patient smiling and seeing you that, oh, that's Nurse Peculiar, Nurse Peculiar. And I have this cute little patient, a baby girl. Anytime she sees me, she gives me the smile. And I'm like, Nurse Peculiar. And I'm like, hey, Nurse Peculiar. And it gives this emotional fulfillment, like, oh, this girl is able to smile and she'll see me. And I feel like, oh, I think probably in the next coming years, I can definitely get the financial fulfillment out of this nursing. But for now, emotional fulfillment, I'm getting it.
Well, just like my colleague has rightly said, there's nothing as rewarding as your patients getting better. To be very honest, it's just there's this joy that comes with it, and this fulfillment that comes with it, like, oh, this patient is better than he came to the hospital, or this patient is better than she came to the hospital. And seeing your patient on her feet, I mean, there is this patient of mine, I've never seen her talk ever since she was admitted to the hospital. The first day I saw her talk, like, she really talks. I was so happy. I was really really happy. I'm like, wow. I mean, there is nothing as rewarding as that. Just the sight of your patient getting better, and your patient just walking out of the hospital and saying, nurse, I'm so grateful. I mean, that words usually stays with us. I remember there was also a particular time a patient was to be discharged, and the patient was like, nurse greatness, I'm so grateful. I mean, it was just the words of appreciation for me. I'm so grateful. Thank you for
everything.
that's just what we need. I mean, beyond the financial aspect and every other thing, I feel the gratitude from the patient goes a long way.
Yes.
And I mean, seeing your patient get better and walk out of the hospital is really rewarding and fulfilling.
Okay, I think the most rewarding part of nursing for me is the value that it gives or it adds to your life. To see that all your stress, the whole long work hours did not just go to a waste, that this patient didn't go to the great beyond, but now they came back and they are around. That really gives an inner joy. It gives this fulfillment that, yeah, I can really do something to help somebody in this life. Yeah. Right?
All right. So that one person, she's like a mother to me. Not my biological mom though, but she has really been an amazing support system all through my nursing career. She was a major sponsor in my nursing journey, and I owe it all to God Almighty and to her. I'm not gonna lie, she has really been amazing, and I'm also using this medium to really appreciate her and thank her for everything that she has done. Yes, so I mean, she was the major vibe behind me going into nursing. Nursing was not what I was actually aspiring for. But then she gave me reasons and she made me see from a different point of view. And to be very honest, I never for one day regret making that decision. It's been amazing. It's really, this profession has stayed with me and I'm grateful for it. I'm super grateful for it.
That one person I'm very grateful for in this my nursing journey should be my mom. My mom is a nurse actually, so she gave me all the motivation, she gave me all the inspiration, all the help, all the support that I would need in this my nursing journey. So yeah, mom, this video is for you. I know you would watch it, right?
I don't have one person in particular, but to every nurse I've worked with, shift by shift, I owe this nursing to them because in one way or the other you have impacted me with the way you work and the empathy and dedication you put into your works has motivated me to do better in this nursing career, and I will do better. I am actually doing better.
Okay, to every aspiring nurse nursing students, I just want you to know that first, the trends in nursing have changed. Okay, so you shouldn't come with the assumptions or the myths you already know about nursing. The trends have changed. We are now going global. There are a lot of machines we now work with. There's a lot of improvements in the profession. So yeah, and then another thing I would want you to put in mind is that you're coming with a lot of resilience. Yes, this is real work, a lot of endurance, a lot of perseverance.
If there's one thing I would want to talk about nursing to the aspiring nurses and student nurses is to always watch out for your mental health. You come first. Before you're a nurse, you're a human. So you should always watch out and have so much self-awareness about your own self and your mental health, your mental capacity, what you can take in so that you don't give out from an empty cup. So you should know that your mental health and the pressure, what the kind of pressure nursing gives, you should know what you should be able to take from the pressure, and you should always look out for yourself. So watch out for your mental health, and yeah, so don't take that out, please, because it is very necessary you watch out for your
It's a
mental health.
priority.
Yes, it's a priority because you just have to.
So my honest advice is that you come ready and come prepared. Yes, come ready and come prepared because nursing would open your eyes to so many things. You would see life from a different point of view, from a different aspect, and you just need to be ready for what you're coming for. You need to be prepared for what is to come for you. Yeah, and for nurses, even in the profession, I also would like to say that we pay more attention to our occupational health, because right in the system now we have a lot of nurses coming down with back pain and waist pain because of things, because most times we do things that makes us strain on our back, strain on our waist, and we don't pay a lot of attention to it. So thank God for modernized equipment now that we can crop bed up to attend to patients, so we don't need to like bend so much because yeah, at the end of it all, you come back to your health, to your body. You want to bend, you're feeling pain somewhere, so we just need to pay more attention to our body and to our health even while attending to our patients, so that we don't become the patient ourselves.
Right.
Yeah.
So today we've come to the end of today's episode on Health Conversation with Dukes. I hope we're able to enlighten you more on nursing profession, and we're able to clear some misconception and debunk some ideas about nursing profession.
Bye.